Do you know how to do that?
No.
Okay. She says, please don't repeat this. Never. Promise. And I said, who is that? I don't know what I'm reading. Okay. So anyway, she said, I sent him back the battle money. The battle he did me for because he was saying he was broke and was in the hospital over $500. I've seen a few people ask him, and I can't read that because the chat's bleeding into it. Jerry, can you read it?
Swipe right. It'll remove you. Anyone wants to swipe right, it'll take the comments away for now.
Oh, to the right? Leave. It says leave live. No, I don't want to do that. I can't take it off. Nope.
I'm trying
Can
to
you
turn
move
this.
the phone up, Jerry? Move the phone up.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. I've seen a few people ask him around that time. He sent me their Cash App, and he never answered them. At that time, we were talking about every day, and haven't heard from him. I think it goes on the next one. And I go down with it, Jerry. Move your phone down just a little bit. See his. Here we go. About every day, and I haven't heard from him in months now. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is the other person, she said, is the other person dry spot? I don't really care at this point if y'all bring it to light. I said, no. I said, it is Jerry, me, and dry spot. All three have been watching, and today he asked another to post his Cash App for him again. You have to move the phone up, Jerry.
Y'all
Okay,
don't have to send those gifts. I'm okay.
Yeah, if y'all just hold off on that just for a little bit so we can try to get through it so I can read it because I'm half-ass blind anyways. Okay, and that was the icing on the cake for us. We have other information that proves he is running a scam. Again, this is my opinion. Okay, next one, Jerry. All right, now move your phone down a little bit, Jerry. There you go. Debbie, I'm very hurt at how he used me. I actually needed the money at the time, but I am so soft-hearted, is what she meant, and fell right into his trap. I will never trust people like him again. I've had a hard time dealing with it and wished I hadn't have gave it to him. Who did he ask to post his Cash App? She says, he is a big liar too. Okay. Oh my God, Debbie Lou, I'm so sorry. Blah, blah, blah. I am not saying shit, but we have proof of him having access to a lot of money during the time you gave him that money. Do you remember what month that was? Next. Okay, move your phone down, Jerry. There you go. She says, I lied and said he sent me the money, but actually he did, and I returned it. Debbie Lou happened to think about it.
Let me pause you right here. So this is where it's going to get a little hairy, and I don't want to see anybody attacking Debbie Lou.
No. All right. She said, let me look at the Cash App. I said, okay. I said, he dry begged for it back, basically. And then if you move your phone up, you'll see he posted a post of how grateful and humble he is to have such outpouring love, yada, yada.
That was me, Greasy. That's
you.
my
Okay.
post.
Okay, that was you. You sent that to him, is that right? Or everybody?
No, I
Okay.
posted it on TikTok.
Okay. You thanked everybody for it. Okay. All right, now move it down. Okay. She says it may have been the night before this date. If you'll look above, Jerry, you'll see the date, and I made sure to put that on there. Go move your phone down. Nope, the top of it. Yeah, you see where it says? Yeah, move your phone down so we can see at the top.
The very first message.
Debbie's post. Trying to look at Debbie's.
Yeah, right there. Okay, be real still. Maybe it'll focus.
I can read the date, I think.
Okay, tell me the date. I can't see it. It's blurry. 4/18.
4/18. Yeah.
4/18.
Okay.
Okay. All right, now move your phone up. All right, Debbie, he needs to be exposed, and we are doing it, and not just with your case. I agree, she says. Who else has he gave to him? Would you have an issue sending me screenshots of the Cash App to prove?
Lots of people in here have given him money, and if you have, by all means, hit the inbox, grab a box up here when somebody drops down, and show your receipts. We don't need any, false truths or lies. If
No.
you're involved or have been taken advantage of and you have proof, by all means, show. All right, continue.
Okay. Proving it to others, and he was asking today. She says, actually, the day that Verena was messaging me about it is the day he sent it to Cash App to prove he sent it to me. He blocked
Keep
out
tapping,
the
everybody.
date. He blocked out the date that it was sent. I will send you the Cash App. Okay. So he waited way later to send to you. That was a while when Verena was asking him about it after the battle. Next.
Yeah, I forgot how many weeks after the battle had already.
It was a long time, and I'm fixing to show you. Okay, go down just a little bit. There you go. Transaction, if you'll notice, it was May the 11th. So it was several weeks after that. Okay, so you'll see that Don sent it, and then you'll see that Debbie Lou sent it back.
Just remember,
on the
I
11th.
think the battle was on April the 18th, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
transaction was May the 11th.
Right.
Yeah. All right, now go up with your phone.
Good job, Verena is right.
All right. Also, and she said, and I also sent him $20 in December. Yes, a wide gap. See there? Go up a little bit, Jerry. I can't see it. So why did he wait so long before sending to you? I bet he used it on other stuff or others, and that's why others is question or something. I can't see that. I bet he used it. Mm-hmm.
So apparently he did not. That's whenever TikTok was giving it a hard time about the payouts.
It was the week. It was 1 week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 1 week.
Yeah.
1 week.
I think he allegedly he didn't get it the second week either. I can't guarantee that. I can't,
Okay.
obviously I don't have access to his account, but
Okay.
he was
Yeah.
still claiming that the second week he didn't get it also. But everybody, even Doug got his that second week. Everybody
Okay.
was getting a little, because they were changing over from
Right.
China to the States and everything like that.
Right.
Easy, if you pick back up on that first paragraph, you'll be back in the spot.
I am. And
Out of that area, we're still out of that time where they held it. Eventually he got
yeah.
it. Regardless.
And in his fairness, I mean, in his defense, that's probably correct. I do remember all that. Yes. Okay. So, but in just a few minutes, you're going to see something different.
If you've got screenshots, send it to one of us, please. Keep going.
So why did he wait so long before sending to you? I bet he used it and others questioned him, giving it to you, and then way later he did. She says, I wonder who all sent him cash apps to go to me. I said, yes, thank you. I don't know. Several people I know. Okay, move your phone up. Because I felt bad for him needing money. And as he was saying so, I told him to keep it. But he sent to me to be able to show he sent it. Let me see if I can find the blocked out date. Okay. Now keep in mind.
For 1 second. Okay, so right now, his payout was $484.19. He should have sent her minimum $574.19
Right.
because I'm seeing two receipts, one for 40 and one for 50.
Yeah.
Right. So we already know she's short paid already because he sent her $500.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. She said, because I feel bad for him needing money as he was saying so, I told him to keep it, but he sent to me to be able to show he sent it. Let me see if I can find the blocked out date. Okay. I can't find him. What's his username? I have a lot of messages from him. Okay, move up, G. And I said, shit, I forgot. Laughed my ass off. Look, you look it up tonight and tomorrow send it to me. Next. I can't see. Send it to me. With what we already have and this and a couple other things, it is very obvious he is playing everyone. She says, okay, good. Get rest. I will send screenshots texting. She says, I think he deleted his account. Me. Okay. The next day. Okay, don't forget, and yes, he is still on here. Sounds like to me he unfollowed you or something. Okay, he actually didn't dry beg. She says, I can't read that. Jerry, move it up just a hair. Debbie Lou says he actually didn't dry beg to me after reading and the next screen. And now you got to move your phone down just a little bit. On down. All right. She said he actually didn't dry beg to me after reading our texts and stuff. I found his account last night. Okay. She says, I'm one of the men who, this is what Don told her. I'm one of the men who has been through so much bullshit. I laugh on the outside, but inside I cry. I'm struggling mentally.
Everybody, 1 sec. I just got a message. Don deactivated. Don Mullins, he deactivated. Don,
I figured he would.
He deactivated. We didn't even make it through his whole story. Don is no longer here. He deactivated.
Bravo.
If that is not a sign of guilt, I don't know what is. And this is just the first part of this story. There's more.
Right, you guys,
There's a whole lot more.
You need to really pay attention to this, okay? All right. He says, I cry. I'm struggling mentally bad. There is things that I don't know what I'm going to do. I still can't get over the fact I was questioned. I've been questioned on it. I'm struggling so bad. Why help someone else? Well, I'd rather help someone else than me because I love and care for people who need it and I truly care for. Next.
Tap.
That was from Dawn.
Okay, and then move your phone down just a little bit. I can't see too much. Back up just a hair, and then move it down your top. Move it down a little bit. Your phone.
Wait, which way? Down?
Yeah, like take your phone and go down with your hand with it. Just move the whole phone down just a little bit. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, move the whole phone. You can't do it.
Oh shit! Let me see where I'm at.
Wake up, Jerry.
Yeah.
You're fired, Jerry. Okay, wait a minute. Let's see.
I can move it like that.
There you go.
Okay, don't move it. Don't move it. Take care of people who need it, truly care. I don't need all these questions, especially about my integrity. Now somebody's, all right, Mudflat. You in my way. You're giving a rose. Hang on just a minute. I tried to be honest and a good guy. I had people who I cared for a lot that don't reach out anymore. I am not leaving the group. I'll be back. I just need to get my mental and myself right. I'll admit I sit and cry wondering why me? How long this is going to last? Why people turn against me? Why ask why? I care for others before me. So I'll be back. I love you all. This isn't goodbye. It's I'll see you soon. I didn't want you to think I had left.
Just see, there's more. There's a lot more.
Okay, now, shit. Let's see. So my heart raised to you. If you donate it, okay. This is very important. This is where he sends her this message. If you donate it, let's see. But this was raised to you. If you donate it to me and say not to say no, then what can I do? Laugh out loud. If I guess this pays out tomorrow, let me know. Much love. I'm feeling much better. Just stressing and my daughter's getting on me for stressing. Laugh out loud. Just let me know. Do you want to still have me keep it or donate it? You where it goes. That's good. And then I said, that's good. No, she says, that's good. Keep doing what they say. Yes, I feel like you need it more than I do. If you need a receipt, though, you can send it and I will return it right back. I can't read that. But if it's no one's business, right. But in other words, it ain't nobody else's business. Okay?
Yeah.
So next screen.
You asked me.
Right. Now move your phone down so I can see the top of it. You're still under the banner right there. Going down. I mean, yeah. It says, I'm just gonna send $500. Damn it! And I put my name on there at the top where I blocked it out, and it says on there where I borrowed. And he says, okay, 500 was sent. I will doctor this up for you to send.
This is the guy that doesn't know how to work TikTok or his phone and doesn't know what he's doing. This is the guy that pretends.
This is the one that called Chris Mosteller out for this bullshit.
Yeah, yes, ma'am, it is.
Chris Mosteller did the same stuff. Chris Mosteller didn't steal from a woman with cancer.
We sent it to Verena.
Yes, he did this to shut Verena up because he didn't want people to know that he sat here. He didn't out and out ask for it, but he basically dry begged for it, and she had. I'm going to be honest with you. I know he may have had medical issues. I'm not going to downplay his issues, but at the same time, we all know Debbie Lou has had the C word several times, and Debbie Lou has she really needed this. He knew this. Okay, so there it is where it's doctored up. Scroll on over, Jerry. Okay.
Christ.
Now listen. No. Don't do nothing. This is the proof. I screenshotted this to make sure that you see everything I just read you was verbatim. I did that so I could blow it up so y'all could see it. It's the same thing he just said.
Yeah.
Right.
So
scroll over again. Yep. Because I was trying to be transparent because I don't want everybody to sit and say, y'all doctored this. I don't alter shit. Okay.
Yeah.
My nerves are tore up this morning, girl. I don't want anyone coming after me. Not that I'm afraid. It's just I have so much going on tonight or now.
Right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah, right now. Okay, the next one was the beggar okay, go the next one, Jerry. No one is now back up just a hair. No one is coming after you, but what does he mean by this? What I borrowed? Borrowed what? He shouldn't have had to borrow anything when he already had it. She said borrowed from Cash App. I guess she's assuming Cash App. I think that he borrowed it from somebody else because he spent it. Okay. It had been several weeks since he got the money, so I guess he was broke. He had to borrow from Cash App. I see. Go up, Jerry. I can't see what I said. Move your phone up. I knew it was a long time after the battle. He claimed, and I can't see that. Go up just a little bit more. He had to pay it right then. Okay, move on over. There you go. Now, I'm sorry. Okay, move your camera. There you go. This Cash App dry spot put up there is blocking me out. Okay, we want to put your Cash App on his live because
speaking of that Cash App, that is Debbie Lou's. If anybody feels inclined to help her directly, that is Debbie Lou's Cash App.
Absolutely.
Right.
So
she could use every dollar, any little bit of help. This is not begging. You are not obligated to do shit. But that Cash App right there is Debbie Lou's.
Move your phone, Jerry.
At this point, keep in mind, Debbie Lou has not received a dime.
Nothing. Okay. We want to put your Cash App out there because you need that, and I don't want you to deny it.
Yes, ma'am.
You deserve it, Debbie Lou. Whatever you get. And Debbie Lou, he rough. We talking about you, Dry Spot. I always respected him. He wanted my Cash App, and I was hesitant, but he just used the whatever. So I gave it to him. I said, and it will be said if anyone comes at you, all of us are going for them, including myself, hard. And I mean that shit. I don't think you will have anything to worry about. Move up your phone, Jerry. Laugh my ass off. He said y'all have at least 8. I don't know about that. Next stream.
She's the only one that has access to it. Nobody has access to her Cash App but her.
That's right.
It's not going to Don.
She's speaking of Dry Spot here. He said y'all have at least 8 others that sent him money. Now, I have not counted, but Dry Spot's probably right, and she's right about it. I don't know. I have to go back and look everything up. I said, are you talking about all the charities and him too? Just to him, I've gave 400, not including charities he was battling for. I didn't battle, and sent him 100 on each charity. Okay, move your phone over and move it up a little bit, Jerry. And at that time, the battle was to help me. Okay, she said at that time the battle was to help me get a room when I had to drive an hour there and an hour back from radiation treatments. I have never gave it to him. I should have never gave it to him.
Yeah,
right, now move on.
Thank you guys for being here, everybody.
I can't see what I said last. At the very bottom. Okay. And move your phone down. I said I gave him 400. Yes. Okay. She said you gave him 400. I said yes. I have proof, but not just for you. 100 for you in the battle. Then for his own issues, 200 once. Then 3 weeks later, another 200. Then the charities was 100 each, and I have 4. And he had 4. I bet he never sent them that money. There is no way. She said, no, I didn't tell Tatted or no one. I was actually very ashamed of myself. I hope she isn't mad at me. I said no. Next screen. She said, oh no, I'm sorry. That's a lot of money that y'all gave. I said, girl, no shame. He knew what he was doing when he wrote you that spiel. He was laying a guilt trip on you knowing that you would offer it back. She said, did he ever tell Tatted? Did he ever tell Tatted? It's all good. God has it laid up for him. We all gave what I meant to say from the heart. He abused that. No, but I am fixing to message her. Next. I can't see. Dry Spot says he may go live tonight. He's mad. Back up just a hair. There you go. Tell her I'm sorry. I know. Tell her I'm sorry. I should have told her. We were very close at that time. I said, I think you will be surprised at others who will hop in the box saying he did this shit to them too. She said, I told him he was going live, but not about Don. I'm not sure. He told me. I don't know what that means. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's when Dry Spot was going live, but he wasn't going to mention Dawn.
Oh, okay, got you. All right, move your phone up, Jerry. Move your phone up just a hair, Jerry. All right, I said Tatted will never be mad at you, Debbie Lou. Jerry, hit your phone so the light will come on. There you go. Tatted will never be mad at you, Debbie Lou. You need to stop worrying about that. She ain't like that. And she is a very good person. You know how she is. Next. All right, go down. Dry Spot says he may go live tonight. Okay, that's the next. I think we done said that. Yes, next screen. I guess I sent it twice. Sorry. Okay, now move down just a hair. Right, but Dry is a loose cannon sometimes and can blurt it out. You never know about his kooky ass at times. You know I done told you that shit too. All right, so back up.
Talking shit about you, Dry.
I'll be talking some shit now.
Yeah, talk all that shit. I'm not even wearing. I'm not wearing pants right now.
Oh, see there. See what a cookie ass he is. Okay, she says he is. She talked to me a lot when I was so scared and helped me get through it. I was in a bad place in my head. He is a pistol for sure. He was standing on business about me giving my cash out. Okay, move it up just a little bit. And I said, yes, what was done to you was wrong 100%. No, none of us don't mind giving. Again, Debbie, I can't see it because there's something there. This time it goes straight to you. Right. Yeah. This time the cash out will go straight to you. Okay. Okay, maybe phone down. That same thing. Okay. Okay.
Let's don't mind giving again, Debbie, and this time it goes straight to you at the top.
Yeah. Okay, Debbie Lou. Well, I'm sure if anyone wants to come at me, I will tell them to talk to Dry about it. Done. I said yes, but no one will once they see this evidence and then shows your people, and this then shows your people will be floored, and I think Don will leave. But he won't box up with people anymore, and that's what he needs to do. And she said, oh, okay. And I think that was it on mine. Let me see.
No, that's the same.
Okay, okay. Jerry, I think you added some shit up in there because I didn't send that many that time.
No, how the hell did I add shit?
I don't know. Okay, so we're going to pause it for a second.
Screenshots in 2 seconds.
I know. You got to be ready when I tell you, Jerry. Okay, so doing a recap, this is why he did this.
I'm going to let that die out right there because that's on a different subject.
Yes, this is on a different subject. This is Dry Spot's situation here. But what he did was he altered it. He waited weeks later, even though, being fair, if it was TikTok that gave, say, 2 weeks of him not getting the money, that's fine. But to wait so long and then to only do it when he was asked and his integrity was questioned is a pack of bullshit.
By Verena.
Yes,
Verena is the one that called him out. And that's why the money was even sent. So thank you, Verena.
Thank you so much, Verena. Thank you so much. The reason from then on out,
back then, I wish we'd all communicated more in depth about that back then.
Yes,
because it got deeper after that. Like that was like now we question all those fundraisers. We honestly have to question the fundraisers, but then when you go into the next part, well, not only did he take it from Debbie Lou, but then he was getting it in from friends who, he was crying poor to his friends.
Yes, ma'am.
And I paid his internet. But after that, that's when I started to pull back because I was like, oh, I don't know. And now it's Rebel. Like, Rebel will do the same thing with the whole, like, I guess I'm eating ramen again. It's ramen season. Right. And I was like, that's dry bag. And so I started to pull back. I haven't talked to Don since, like, probably around probably before the battle. I mean, I forgot to look at my phone, but it's been a while since I've actually talked to Don. But he did the same thing to me when he would call me, and he'd be like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want me? What do you want me to do? Like,
you owe nobody an apology.
No, ma'am, you don't.
You owe nobody.
Right. I really think the only person that we need to apologize to is Debbie Lou and also Verena, because she was questioned a lot over the stuff she brought up.
Yeah, people gave Verena shit. They did.
They gave Verena a lot of shit over this, and I think, I apologize personally, and I know I never said anything to her, but, just the thoughts in my head is, why is she asking these questions? Why?
Because he never posted it. Mm-hmm.
I will apologize to Verena for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody, Pink, if you gave him 2, send somebody that screenshot. I mean, because it's
if you know somebody that gave him 200, please ask them to send us the screenshots. They can send them anonymously. They just
I don't
not
believe you, but I have to see something. So you said before you said 40, Mullin, and now 200. If you did, you did. So his name is Don Mullins. It's the guy in the red shirt.
Yeah. So the reason I started questioning this is because on the back end, I already knew some things that Dry Spot had in his back pocket a long time ago. Okay. It's been a long time. So once I started sitting there questioning it and thinking this is not right, he's asking people way too much. He's always complaining he's in the hospital and this and that.
I'm not unblocking you. Lisa J, and you know why. For the way you treated Tatted, I'm not unblocking you, Lisa J. I'm sorry you lost $200. Sorry. All right, continue.
Right. So I already knew some things on the back end that Dry Spot already had. And I will say, like I said in the live this morning, I had asked him over and over to wait and hold on to what he had. We needed more information and more proof to basically give him enough rope to hang himself. That's what I was.
And nobody knew what he did with Debbie Lou. Nobody knew what he did. I was blindsided Friday night by this. Like, absolutely blindsided.
Take your proof and get blocked. All right, continue.
But I didn't know all the details. I just knew Dry came to me and said, "We're calling Don out. I'm doing a live on Friday." I'm like, okay. And I'm starting to feel so bad. I'm like, his mental health. Like, I'm feeling empathy for him. I'm like, his mental health. I don't want to do this. And then it all changed whenever Greasy messaged me and was like, Debbie Lou, he took all her money. And I was like, what? Okay, I lost the empathy, and then I just got rage. I just felt rage at that point.
Well, and the reason I did that, Tatted, is because Dry Spot is dry. He's going to give you a little bit of information. You better expect to read his mind. I already know how he operates. So that's why I went to you to explain this to you step by step so you would know this, okay? And make you understand, because I know how he is, So I knew that there were some things that I had known about from him. So in a long time, we had knowledge of this. I even had to drag Jerry in it myself because I wanted Jerry to try to talk to him, because Dry Spot's got a fuse as quick as shit. And he wants to expose right then. But we needed more. So Jerry jumped in and helped me, try to hold him off. Okay? So we did. So as we did, we started watching. And we kept watching.
Don's in the big bucks. So there's more to this story. There's more to. Yeah, look at that fucking guy. That's his gentle grandpa picture. All right.
So
the story only gets worse.
Yeah. With this being said, this is why I started really taking note of all these. And there's a group chat that we personally have, and there's Mama Hook in it. There's several of us in there. Okay. Once I found out that he was doing this, I really started looking, and then I started, gathering more information and stuff, because I knew some shit wasn't popping off right, So I start going to people, asking them, a few things, not to bring any, notice or nothing, but we had a box, and it was a personal group, several of us. in that group box in the past, we had sent him money to help pay his utilities and all kinds of stuff. So, with that
all of
being
his bills
said,
were listed there. And then
yes,
when I saw it, I was like, all right, cable, internet, whatever it was, $40. I sent it to him. I didn't even put it in the chat that I sent it. I was just like, I just sent it private, and I noted it. You know, here your internet paid.
Right.
Internet's paid. One less thing to worry about or stress over, or something to that effect.
Right.
I didn't
That's
need
right.
any glorification. I didn't need to be glorified for
That's
it or anything
right.
like that. I just took it upon myself and was like, let me help you out. But then after
Mama?
that, I would talk to him, and it was like, I don't know how I'm going to make this month's bills. And I'm like, dude, you couldn't make last month's bills. And I get you're sick. I get it.
Yes,
But
that's
we're
right.
crossing a boundary now.
Yes. Mama Hook was in charge of going through and helping get hold of his utility people and making sure that it was actually paid, through us.
Beagle Mama, we don't know. We don't know at all.
We have no idea.
He could have stopped payment on any single one of those transactions.
He could have
Right.
chat GPT those receipts.
That's hearsay. The only one that's going to show that he did it, you know what I mean, would be him scrolling through his bank account or PayPal and showing us himself what happened.
Right.
Yeah. Sarah says he tried to get Sarah to help him battle Gutter.
Yes, he did. I remember that. He sure did. So after that, Mama Hook goes in the box, and Mama Hook starts to start getting all this stuff together. And she's a trooper, and she went in there, head face first, and she was gone, and she helped, and we all, donated whatever, and it got done. Okay. So skipping forward, and I'm still watching and everything, and I'm not saying anything. I didn't really put two and two together. Okay. At that time, I was like, okay, something's smelling like a raunchy rat here, So, I'm still talking to Dry Spot and everything. So then Dry Spot, he's wanting to go live again. So I think Dry, you probably need to jump in and then, or I'll just say this. Meg, I spoke to Meg, and this was on Thursday. Okay. This is the icing on the cake besides Debbie Lou. Debbie Lou is really compelling here. Okay. This is, it is. But I want to let everybody know it didn't stop at Debbie Lou. It continued to go until there was a phone call made between Florida and Don. And I want those two in the box because I've already spoke to them, and they said they would explain this to you. And I want you to listen and to see how it went down. And this is why I told everything to Dry Spot and told him, I said, this is it. I said, he's continuing to do this. And this is why we went live. So if they can box up, there you go.
This happened a couple of days ago. I'm going to put Jerry. I know you guys probably want to look at Don. I'm going to put Jerry back in the big box.
Yeah.
Jerry,
after they tell their story, then you need to show what evidence you have, Dry, and you people will be shocked at this.
Yeah, this is where if you like Debbie, you can hang out, you can drop down, relax.
You good, Debbie Lou?
A lot of people here care about you, and I hope you know that.
Love you, Debbie.
I do. I just hate all of it's happened.
You were manipulated. It's not
Yes,
your
you
fault. You were
Exactly.
manipulated. You were
Your fault.
lied to, and he victimized you pretty much. He conned you. And I don't know that there was any way you would have known.
Right.
No.
And Verena, I want to say this, and I'm really glad that you started questioning it because, of course, Deputy Dog here, I'm going to go right up in that shit. I am going to look for it. But here's the thing I want to say to you, Verena. Debbie Lou did not purposely want to lie about this. Debbie Lou didn't want to get in it, and she didn't want to. She hated that she did that. I don't know how to explain this, but what I'm trying to say is that Debbie Lou's not at fault on none of this. And she's just not. And you'll understand that as you keep watching this. Okay? Phone call. And Florida and him talked about some things on Thursday. And Florida may get upset about this. Now, I want you to keep in mind, I don't care who in here wants to say, she's a ball bag, she's this, she's that. Let me tell you something. Florida is also disabled. Florida is basically disabled from being blind. If a man tries to take advantage of a blind lady and a lady with cancer, he's got some problems. So I want you to keep that in mind. And if she cracks up and starts to bawl, I felt so sorry for her because this man has become her friend. And if you don't understand that and you have a problem with that, then you need to just move the hell on. Now,
Absolutely, because when I had to break the news to her, it was
she cried with me too.
very emotional.
Leave the ball bag alone.
Well, you hush. All right, Florida, do your thing, girl.
Okay. First of all, Verena, I'm very sorry as well. So is Megan. Okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just.
Meg is in the background in case she needs to help take over, but
Yeah.
you do your thing, Florida.
Okay. Well, I've always respected Don because he is a respected person in the awareness group. He started having all these issues with his heart and everything, and I'd speak to him here and there when he would come in dings or other places, and always speak to him. And then I pray for everybody, I do. People that are having health issues, people that are having animal issues, people that are just depressed, whatever. I don't care. All right, so when he had his heart problems, I got real close with him, and this is really hard for me. It's really hard.
It's okay.
I was the same way, honey.
Yes, Debbie Lou was. I'm so sorry for both of y'all.
It's okay, Debbie Lou. I'm in here for you, sweetheart. Don't worry about me, baby. I'm in here for you because what he did to you was just disgusting. And Don, he's deactivated, rightfully so. That kind of says it all in a nutshell.
It does.
But anyway,
Yeah.
So I would, every morning, I started sending him a little prayer emoji and a little heart. And that was because I wanted to make sure he was all right when he had his first heart surgery. And he would call or text and let me know how he was doing. And then I would let the group know. I think I even went in a live one time and I updated everybody on Tom's progress because he said that he wanted to let me know he didn't want to have a lot of calls and all. And understandably, he has the problem with his heart. So that was our little deal. And I got really close to him. He was like a son almost, And I trusted this man.
We all did, Florida.
I know. But see, me and Megan was the ones that facilitated the first go-round with this, getting him. Because we trusted him, and everybody else did. He was okay. He started saying he had this problem and that problem, but he said he's a proud man, and he doesn't ever ask anybody for anything. He always tries to help other people before himself. And I'm like, we all know that, Don. We all know that. And so I'll speed this up because I know other people want to talk to. Anyway, so here we go with the little prayer hands. Well, he went back into the hospital. Well, let me back up. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep my thoughts in chronological order, and it's really hard. It's really hard.
Hang in there. You got it.
I'm trying.
Come on, man. You got this.
So anyway, a couple of days there, he wasn't texting me, so I got worried about it, And so I said, "Are you okay? You haven't responded back to my little deal, my little emojis." And then he texted me back and he said, "Yeah." He said, "I had to take a break for a little while. Just was after the first surgery was kind of okay, and he was in what I thought was clear." And he said he had to go on a little vacation and take a little break. I said, "Oh, well, that's nice. That's nice." I still didn't think anything about it, not anything at all. And then he had this other heart surgery stuff, come up. Well, this is so hard.
Okay, so we're going back to Thursday.
Okay. He called me and he said, hey, did you not see? He said, first he said, hey. I said, hey, Don. I said, what you doing? I said, everything going good? And he said, well, I just got home from the hospital.
Again.
Yep.
Yeah. And I said,
Yep.
I was thinking it was his heart, okay? I thought it was his heart. And I said, what happened? What's wrong? And he said, I just walked in. He said, I was in Jerry's live the other day, and I put a text in there to Megan, please call me. And I said, well, Don, and right away I start apologizing. I said, I am so sorry, Don, because I'm thinking his heart, you know. I said,
if I would have seen that, I would have called.
I told him if she had seen that, we would have called you. Megan would have gotten hold of me. She would have called you, whatever, to find out what was going on. He said, well, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. I said, okay. I said, but still, I feel bad. We weren't there when you needed us. He said, well, this kind of really rubbed me sideways a little bit because, all right, he says, I tried to text Mama Hood and asked her to call me, and she didn't call me either. And I said, well, Don, I said, do you not know where Mama Hook lives? I said, she's in Indiana. I said, Indiana has had the worst flood that they've had in over 100 years. 20 miles from her, there are houses underwater. There's people that have lost their life. There's, there's devastation everywhere over there. I said, so I'm sure that Mama Hook didn't know, or she would have called you later after everything, He said, I know, it's all right. And then he went to saying that, I said, but okay, so what are you doing? Well, are you okay? He said, I had emergency, what was it? I can't think.
Gallbladder.
Thank you. Emergency gallbladder surgery. Okay, so that's all right. He says, I got a ride back from the hospital with my friend that lives around there somewhere close to him. And he said, I should have gone and stopped by and got him to go in and get me some TV dinners. I said, yeah, but I said, well, you can't, you didn't do that. He didn't. No, I forgot about it. I said, okay. I said, well, what are you going to do? I said, you've had abdominal surgery. You're not going to be able to get up. He said, no, I'm not going to be able to cook. And my son and my daughter, they're not able to help me this time. And I said, I'm so sorry, Don. I said, what are you going to do for food? I said, he said, I'll be all right. And I said, well, can you get an Uber or Uber Eats or something? Well, I don't have the money for that.
Again.
And I said, okay. I said, well, you got to have something to eat, Don. I said, you can't sit there being hungry. And he says, oh, I'll be all right. He said, I'll figure something out. I said, Don, let me see what I can do. Here I go again, involving other people, my friends.
I did it too.
No, it's okay, Florida.
Let's keep it in mind. Megal's going to go work a whole day extra.
Yeah.
A whole day extra just to give this man money.
And I was going to give him $100. I didn't tell him this. I was going to surprise him. And
well, wait a minute. Keep in mind, she is on a Social Security check also, and everybody knows that they don't give any of them anything. So she's going to sit and take money out of her own mouth, basically, to help him again. Okay? When I found this out, I was told by Jerry that he had just found out that they had just talked to him. I immediately contacted Meg, and I had to tell Meg pretty much all of it so they would not do this.
Thank you, Tracy.
Because I did not want Meg to go out and bust her ass to give somebody money that was being a damn scammer, if you want to know the truth. And I was not going to sit here and watch a lady that is legally blind, disabled, give her own money to him. And he sat there and he has tried to get money from everybody too much. It wasn't happening. So that's why I had to tell them. I have been quiet and not said anything because I didn't want to rock the boat, but I had to do it. And then she can carry on and tell you what happened. He wanted to get in touch with her. He wanted her to get in touch with only the people in that group. So I'm going to let her finish this, and then you'll know why, Verena.
Gotti, not only is that elderly abuse,
I don't know.
but that's
Manipulation.
theft by deception.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely theft by deception. And that motherfucker, sorry, but he deactivated and he's not going to give any of that money back, and that's some bullshit. Now I'm even more pissed
It
off.
is. It's fucked up. I'm sorry, Florida. Go ahead and finish so we can hear the best end of this story.
You're okay.
There's screenshots coming too after that, I'm sure.
Okay, so I said, Don, how can we help? Because we were going to this time, but we couldn't last time because we were in such a hard spot ourselves, and we just figure it out when something happens. We just figure it out. We don't do that. But anyway, we haven't given him until this time. We were going to give him something and surprise him. All we did last time was the support. Megan did all the footwork, everything, footwork.
Meg did everything. Meg put his cash out. Let me tell you why. Because he told them to do it. He didn't do it himself. He had it done by them. He was not man enough to say, hey, I need help. He had them to do it. Because he used them for the beg. He got them to do his begging for him. But they done it because they cared for him.
They did it the first time.
Yes, and they
not me, man. I'm just saying. He got him to do it the first time when we all pitched in. So he was like, that's why he went right back to them and was going to have them do it again. It was so easy the first time.
Yes, because he knew that they could get it done.
And then we fall right into it again. Right into it.
And that would keep Don's name out of it, right?
Yes,
if he had them to do it for him.
But wait, he also said, when I suggested, I said, well, Don, well, let me see what me and Megan can do. Let me see. I said, what is your Cash App? And he says, well, and I said, let me see, wait a minute, I got to find, first I had to get my spyware, then I had to get a pen, then I had to find a paper. He says, I'll just text it to you. I said, yeah, that'll work. And then he says, let me see now, I don't know if I can do this. I said, Don, I know how to do that.
I know, okay, about the doctoring up stuff, I know that he can do that because when he sent me all the screenshots before to quote unquote prove, he had receipts for everything,
Excuse me. Wait, Meg. Dry Spot, this is your live, and you can unblock Checkmate if you want to, but I prefer that one not be in this room. She has some explaining to do on her end of her side that she had some monkey show go on over there about an RSO. I don't think she needs to be involved in this because she hadn't been involved in it anyway, but this is your live. You do what you want.
Carry on.
Okay, I was just saying.
Carry on.
Whenever I sent those receipts before, to show what, he was paying it for and everything like that, he actually, blanked it out. He went and, blacked it out, places on there. Well, so I know he knows a little more than
So, see, we did all this for him. Megan, well, not me, but Megan did the footwork, and I said.
Oh, Mama Hook and all them. And
yeah.
I bought it for him.
But then you offered him to get to the point where you offered him to enter the Cash App if you need to.
Yeah, and he said, I said, what do you want me? Because he said he didn't want anybody knowing about this other than our little circle. Okay.
Yeah, only the group that I was involved in.
Yes,
Taddy was involved in. Mama Hook. I think Lisa's Survivor. I want to say she's in there. It was just a handful of us in there that was helping him, and he knew it. Now you can finish this.
Yes, and I started naming people because I wanted to be so. And listen, I was thinking in my head, this is kind of starting to sound like dry bagging, right? And then I thought, in my heart, I said, what? I was beating myself up because I said, why are you thinking this about? This is Don. That's silly. This is Don.
He's our friend. He needs help, right?
Yes,
I got you.
Yes, he's our friend.
That can't be true.
Remember, Florida Girl also didn't know that he literally stole.
No.
He stole from Debbie Lou.
No.
She didn't know that.
She did not know
She did not.
She did not know until after I told her.
No,
I told them after this conversation she had later
I
on
had
that evening.
No clue. And that's
Yeah, I think they only found out, last week?
You know,
It was Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah.
I did not know. I had no idea.
But he definitely excluded.
But so I was naming off different people, like in our little group. I said, "Is Jerry's okay to tell?" Yeah, Jerry's fine. I said, "Well, what about Greasy?" Yeah, that's fine. And then he specifically said, "Just don't tell Verena."
Yep.
He said, because you know what happens. You know what happened with that.
Verena's right, is what happened.
Because Verena questioned him about the Debbie Lou money, and he didn't want to hear from her.
No, I have no problem swallowing my pride. When I make a mistake, I'll admit I made a mistake, and I made a huge mistake there because I couldn't see the forest for the trees because I trusted.
Thank you, Verena.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Verena.
I don't believe he showed receipts for his actual needs, honestly. And like I said, they were so small. Like the internet was 40, and I'm like, all right, do I have it? No, but I'm gonna give. Like that, I'll be that person. I know I don't give people the money on the internet, but I'm still gonna help a friend at the end of the day.
So after all that happened, and after she spoke to him, and he basically kind of tried to con her into putting the Cash App out, only to us again to try to do the beg again. He was basically setting the hook again.
Yes,
Okay?
and I asked him, I said, is it okay?
This was on Thursday.
Right. I said, is it okay for us to put your Cash App in there? Because what I was asking for is before, but certain people, that was to give the Cash App to. He said, yes, that's fine.
He was manipulating people.
So
he's very manipulated because I just took a screenshot of it. I can't remember when it was. It was probably like March or April, but I woke up to a Discord. I don't know why he messaged me on Discord that morning. But he's like, I'm reaching out to you because you're one of the only people that I trust.
See, it's funny that he said
that. He tells us.
Yes.
Okay, yes, that's right.
Yes,
so Jerry immediately told me, apparently Meg had told him, and Meg was going to work overtime. And when Jerry told me, I was like, no. I said, I'm going to have to tell him. So I did. Then I immediately went to Dry Spot. And then I told him about Debbie Lou and all that. Now, this is where Dry Spot will start to show you this information, and this will, to me, this just is the icing on the cake. Even it's worse than Debbie. I mean, it is bad for Debbie Lou, but I want you to see the back end of this story that we have been sitting on, waiting for more information to bring up, so it would all coincide and go together, so you would understand this.
Debbie Lou was the final straw.
It was.
For me personally,
It was both of them for me, but it was Debbie Lou.
You don't take from people under false pretenses, and you don't steal from somebody with cancer.
And you don't do you don't do a fundraiser for somebody and then take it back.
Exactly.
There was
absolutely, and I can't figure that out to save my life.
I don't know the percentage of what TikTok takes for battles, but it was a lot.
I saw the screenshot, 484.19. I saw it.
Yeah.
Because you shared it with somebody else and they shared it with me. So it was 484.19, not including the side ones that are at this point that I've seen receipts for. 120. And then another person over time has sent him 250.
Yeah. So keep in mind, this money for her was supposed to go for her so she could use that money for hotel stay for that week that she had to go for them treatments on a daily basis. Yes. So in fact, in the end, she got screwed out of it basically because she was good-hearted, okay? And then she wound up having to drive an hour to treatments and an hour back a day. How would you like to do that? That is hard enough to do all that and, and then drive an hour. He screwed her out of that. That's what burns my ass. I mean, how can you do a person that way?
We could have been resting.
Yes, and that's what we all thought that's what she was doing.
What it's like? Right? Can you imagine what it's like driving after chemo?
Yeah, I know. My mom had it, and it was bad.
It was radiation at that time, and that was a lot worse. And I had to do it Monday through Friday for 3 weeks.
He knew this, guys. He knew
He
this.
knew it.
Don knew this.
Now, on the backstory, this is what's been sitting out there that we've been waiting on. And when you see this, you will be appalled at why he's asked anybody for any money.
You ready, Jerry?
Yep.
Show your
All right.
shit, Jerry.
So, so back in April, this was a little bit after his little heart incident. I messaged him. I was going to cut Don a check for 10 grand. Right? I said, Don, cut the shit. What's up? Are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. He said, I'm fine. You know his little coy shit that he does. Don says, oh, I'm fine. I'll be okay and all of this. I receive a text message replying back to me, and it's saying, oh, hey, this is Don's daughter. He needs help with this. He needs help with that. Blah, blah, blah. It was all too convenient. It was too convenient, and it was worded the same exact way as Don texts and writes and messages and all that. So Don,
it wasn't the daughter, it was Don.
Don texted me, acting like his daughter to get money out of me. He saw an opening. Shortly after all of that, I was in an accident. I got T-boned. We don't need to talk about any of that. I'm fine.
Right.
So I never got around to sending him shit. So this is his reply. Let me move Boy Nana out of the way. You guys can read it. He said, this is him saying, I'm going to delete the sticker. So this is Don's reply. Hey, brother, I appreciate you. Don calls people brother, right, to gain your trust and shit. I appreciate you wanting to help, but you don't have to. I have no Bank of America around me. And then here we go, too, right? My attorney called me this morning. I have a Zoom meeting the 13th, April 13th. We settled the Walmart case where I fell. I guess I'll get paid sometimes this month or next. That is great news. This is April. This is April, guys. I appreciate it. Blah, blah, blah. You guys can read for yourself. This is April.
Wow.
So Don was receiving a settlement. You can go to the next, Jerry, if that's all right. That's not the next one. But this is Don. There we go. Yeah, this is the next one. He said, people keep asking to send me money. I was saying, no, I don't do that because I'm walking into a trap that they missed me or loved me. You guys want to read it? Somebody else read it.
Well, I can't.
did a live to let them know. So I did a live to let them know I was still here and don't get upset because I turned them away. I don't trust them like you. A kid got in the box. Then
he trailed off on stupid shit in some of his messages.
Yeah.
Can you bring the phone up, Jerry, a little bit?
Tatit and Ding started making noises until Tatit got them unblocked. I don't even remember that. I have no clue what he's talking about.
I started
your phone up, Jerry.
I started questioning Don right away because settlements, right? And this is about the time that Greasy and I started conversing about this. Settlements aren't quick. They're not usually quick. So I started questioning him. You can go to the next one.
So he met on the 13th. There was an appointment on the 13th. The battle was on the 18th.
Yeah, there we go.
So within 2 weeks, when he should have got his payout, he shouldn't have needed money at this point.
Yes,
and like I
ma'am.
said, there was the dry begging after. Because
Exactly.
the time he asked for money was like in what, May maybe?
Yes, but just keep going. You're going to see more.
This is April 7th. He got 2 cash apps for $50. By this time, he had already collected money from a bunch of other people. You can go to the next one, or you guys, if you guys want to
go back. It needs to be read because everybody needs to know what it says, and nothing's. I'll read it if I have to. Drunk, laugh out loud. You're good. Landlord came by. I got 2 $50 cash apps, and daughter have me $50. I talked to him. He asked when I could have the rest. I said, I don't know, but I'll do my best. He said, I understand, but at least try to get it to me. I said, you know I will. Now, you say that, yes, I do remember you doing that and putting them in there. Laugh out loud. That is great. Not sure what the hell that meant.
That's him replying to something else. You can scroll to the next
Okay.
one.
All right.
This
All
is
right. Blank. I wouldn't call this name because I don't think the person's in here, and that's why I blanked that out because I didn't know if you wanted to call the name out or not.
No, I'm not going to.
Okay. Blank knows me and don't live far from me. She has me my cash app, and been telling them to send it to her because I do come from a stubborn family and she will get it to me.
This is Don to blank.
Right.
This is me. It says this is July 2nd, so a lot of time had passed. I backed off. I didn't even fucking talk to him. I explained to him in a text why I don't like him and why I backed off. Like I didn't sugarcoat it. But I had suspicions that shit was wrong. I put life's pretty great after getting that settlement, right?
Wait, Jerry, move up. Where did he say that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry.
Saw the butter. That's gutter. The gutter bullshit. That was cool. What's going on, dude? Be honest. I don't care where you go or where you sit, blah, blah, blah. I don't like that creator. It's a creator. We're not even going to go there. I'm not hating on you. Jerry, you could scroll to the next one.
Basically, Dry Spot was trying to say, why would you want to battle a scammer? Okay. And that's his opinion. And my opinion is he's a scammer as well.
These are texts. He put, I haven't got my settlement yet. Still waiting. They have to put it in a trust fund so it doesn't hurt anything for me, meaning his SSI and his disability or whatever else he gets. So it doesn't hurt anything for me. He saw gutter, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he's seen the doctor, blah, blah, blah.
And then here's some irony. He don't stand for nothing but manipulation. This is Don talking about another person that may or may not manipulate. He pulled out of the battle with him. Blah, blah, blah. He's waiting for a lift to go to the doctor. I don't know who paid that.
Like we don't even know if there really was a settlement. Do we know?
No, wait a minute. There's more.
There's more. Yeah,
there's definitely a settlement.
Jerry, you can scroll over.
Yeah. My settlement is going to the Zoom meeting on the 13th at 10:30 in the morning. That is to see if I can sign off on it right now. And I don't know why I couldn't, but to go from there, I don't know. It's just no one else's business about my settlement. And I don't want to tell nobody else about it. You're the only one that knows. And I'm just wanting to tell her. I just wanted to tell her, I'm not sure who her was. I just wanted to tell her I didn't want to answer messages after messages. So I just had one live and I was basically at the end. It wasn't nothing big, yada, yada, yada. What he's trying to say is he just passed it off and he didn't want to tell anybody about his settlement. So he had a live and yada, yada, and that was it. He didn't tell his business. Next screen. Right here. This is, what is that date, Jerry? I can't see it from your phone. No, just move your phone up, the whole phone.
June 6th.
June 6th. Now back down.
Wow.
There we go. All right. Me and brother-in-law are car shopping today. I found a car like I want. Lawyer was closed. Hopefully Monday he will cut me a check. There's the car.
This is the guy taking lips. He's asking money from everybody, and he's buying a car.
Wow.
Now that is,
did you say June 6th or July 6th?
It was June 6th, wasn't it? Go back, Jerry. Go back, Jerry, just one time. Zoom in on that date. June 6th. Okay, so you got June 6th right there. So on May 11th, he got Debbie Lou's money back. Well, he gave it to her to throw Verena off, and he kept the money, even though he said he borrowed that money. Who knows why? Because he done spent that money. So here he is getting a check from a lawyer to buy a car on June the 6th. Okay, next screen.
June the 6th was a Saturday.
Yeah, let's remember you can always get a draft from a lawyer if you need to, if you got a settlement coming in.
Yeah.
That was on my birthday.
Yeah, and then here it is. May 11th is where he sent her the money and then took the money back. You know, we've talked about that, and he altered it for Verena to keep her, you know, from asking questions about it. Is there another screen?
I think that's it.
My grandson in the moth seller hat. How about that?
Okay, so long story short, he got a settlement, and if it's his lie, if he lied, it's his lie, and he told it. So why did he sit here and ask everybody for all this money? Why?
Yeah, he's been asking money after the fact, after the fucking settlement, after everything.
Makes sense.
Hello, everybody.
Whoa.
Hey, sweetheart.
Sorry, that was Gabby trying to say hello,
It's
everybody.
okay.
Hi, Gabby. So Don is, you know, received a settlement from a slip and fall at Walmart. It went into a trust to protect his SSI, his disability, all of that stuff. I get it. But a settlement and a trust and all of that can be used for day-to-day things. To buy a car, your bills, your rent that he struggled with, the empty fridge that Florida wanted to send money to him to get him fed. All of that stuff can be used out of the settlement.
But Don figured out a way to get it without touching it. He wanted to get that lump sum settlement.
But if it's a court document, can't we Google that and find out?
No, we've done tried. We've tried.
We're not finding it anywhere. Yeah, so he.
So that means it might not even exist. I'm saying there's no settlement. I'm telling you, there's no settlement.
He might have lied about it. It doesn't change the fact of anything else that has gone on. You know what I mean?
Did anyone Google search that car, that picture?
No, I didn't reverse image search it. A lot of this is it's personal to me.
Well, he did tell me, Dry, that he got new furniture.
He took money from people that I'm acquaintances with. He took money from lots of people. He took money from friends. This isn't some little thing. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not. And you guys are. And there's no doxing going on here. His name is Don Mullins. It's in his Cash App. It's all of that stuff. So we're not gonna go there. The shit's been blocked out. Don did this to Don.
Jerry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I sent you a screenshot. Can you show that?
That's what I was just looking at.
Okay.
Hold on.
Just so everybody knows this.
I got a message about a lady named Tracy Lynn sent some money as well. I believe there's a Kathy. I messaged you.
I've got screenshots from somebody too.
I messaged you. So that anybody here that has sent Don money and is upset about it, go ahead and dispute it. I don't know if you can.